Hello, hello, Devon Biggins here, your local realtor. Welcome to Real Estate Central. And today, guys, I'm going to take you on a little tour with me through a home inspection. Home inspections are super duper important, all right? It lets you know all the ins and outs of what's going on with your home, as a buyer, kind of the things that are good, some of the things that are great, and some of the things that may need a little bit of attention prior to you closing on your property. All right, so today I got my guy Paul with me. Paul's one of the best in the business. He's a builder. He knows all the codes, all the standards, and I got a great couple with me who is their first time purchasing a home, so they're super excited. So come with me. Let's check it out. So normally Paul likes to get there a little early so he can check out the roof, the chimney, some of the stuff around the house, the siding, the windows, the decking, just to make sure that things are safe and sound. And if there's any issues, we usually walk around with the client, show them around the house, show them what we think are some concerns or, what are some good things around the house. So we're headed down to the basement, and one of the things that I really love about Paul is he loves explaining things to the client so they can get a better understanding. So the client asks a question about the chimney, and Paul breaks it down to him so he really understands. This is super important because this issue also comes up a little bit later in the video.
But I will do it between now. I do it in the next 2 years, and I'll tell you why. Because here's the crown of the chimney. It's the most important part. What's happened is the edge of it is broken away, and here's the brick laying like this. The bricks have cores on them. The cores are exposed. The water's gonna get in there. Okay.
Any opportunity that Paul gets, he's always educating my clients. I think that's a great quality that he has.
This one's a little unusual. You don't have a hot water heater here.
Right.
So the deal is, this has a hot water coil in it. You see this right here? See that round frame? There's a coil right behind that round disc.
Okay.
And this right here, you see this valve? This little valve right here? That controls the water temperature in the house.
Okay.
And they're all like this. You think they'd go digital or put a thermostat, they don't do it. So I check the water temperature for you.
Paul said the fireplace looks pretty good. Checked up, make sure the damper's working properly. Make sure the fluid's, pretty good. Does need a good chimney sweep, but other than that, he says we're in good shape.
Guy's fastidious.
Now we're just checking out the garage, making sure everything's working properly. Checking out the garage door opener, make sure that it works, functioning. He's also going to check out the sensors on the garage, make sure the door goes back up if anything goes past those sensors, which is really important. So next we're on to our electrical box. He's going to take off the panel, see what's going on inside. Let's see if he finds anything of any concern.
So you have, looks like they put a dishwasher in here and tied it to the refrigerator. So you can only have, you get two 15 amp fuses, 15 amp breakers.
Okay.
That are double tapped. So we'll have to have an electrician come in and get that squared away.
Okay. So what's wrong with that?
If you look right here, you can only have one branch, one line going to each breaker. You can't stick two wires in there and run two branches off them. This one right here and this one right here both have doubles.
Okay.
It's a bit of a fire hazard. I'm not trying to scare you.
Mm-hmm.
It could be here for another 30 years, but I never let that thing go by. So what's going to happen is they're going to have an electrician come in the space of probably 10 minutes.
So as you can see here, Paul is getting the radon tests ready for my clients. So radon, if you're not familiar, is a natural gas, comes from the earth, the rocks, the soil, but it can accumulate in your home. And because of that accumulation, it can actually cause lung cancer. So this is a test that I always recommend. And so now we are headed up to the attic, just to make sure that everything is situated up there. We're looking for, the ventilation. We're looking for the insulation. Make sure there's no leaks or any issues with the roof. So if you recall earlier, the inspector was talking about how there was some breakdown around the crown on the chimney. When we got up into the attic, we noticed a little bit of water, which is directly associated with that breakdown in the crown. So we will address that. So here's another educational moment from Paul. He goes through the house and checks all the outlets, and a few of them aren't grounded. He explains to my client why that's important.
You got iPhones and TVs,
Yeah.
it's sensitive stuff. So if you have a ground outlet,
Like
Depend-
that
depending-
one in the basement.
like that one in the basement, you know what the problem is, Tim? When you lose power is when you have a problem. Because when you come back, you have no surge protection.
Yep.
So that's when you blow an iPhone or you blow
Yeah, you left something plugged in.
your
and it's turned on.
TV,
Yep.
yeah, and then you call your insurance and they don't cover it because they send a
you
guy
didn't
like
do
me
that.
and they say, hey, it's ungrounded outlet.
Just inspecting one of the bathrooms here, nothing too exciting. Checking, making sure the hot water is running properly. There's no leaks underneath the sink. Checking the toilet, checking the shower and the tub, making sure the divert is working. There's nothing leaking behind the wall there that we're aware of. Just making sure things are nice and sound. So now we're in the kitchen. Here Paul is checking the underneath, make sure there's no water leaking in the pipes there. Checking the garbage disposal, making sure that's working properly. At the same time, he's also running the dishwasher, making sure there's no leaks, make sure it goes through all the cycles. And he's also checking the stove, making sure that everything works on the stove. So he's checking out the oven, he's checking out the broiler, and it looks like everything is working properly. Hey, so what you guys think? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was beneficial for you guys. Home inspections are really important. We didn't find any major issues today, and so, which is good. But we did find some minor issues that, if gone unnoticed, can become some major issues over time. That's why it's important to have a thorough inspection by a licensed home inspector, someone who knows what they're doing, is going to get into your house, be able to explain to you what you have in your house, what type of equipment, how to maintenance it, things that you can do to improve your home as well. All right. So if there's any other questions you guys have regarding inspections or anything else in the real estate world that I can help you out with, please let me know. Feel free to reach out. All right. Other than that, you guys stay safe and stay in touch.